Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to TRG Central. This is Gary at the mic, and we'll be starting a new series called 2024 Free Play of the Triple Crown. We'll have 3 episodes. So one will have a Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks. Episode 2 will have the Princess and the Black Eyed Susan. Episode 3 will be the Belmont Stakes and Acorn Stakes. Okay, as you can see, we have the game open, and we're ready to play. The one thing that I would like to mention is what I did was, in order to keep the statistic difference from the road to the Triple Crown schedule and the road and the free play of the Triple Crown schedule, is to create a user data disk. And just a quick overview on how that would happen. You go to data disk utilities, you go to clone, you pick out the old data. Pick out the original data disk or the data disk you want to clone, which would be the road to the Triple Crown. Then you would give a name, as you see up in the left corner here. We called it the 24 Triple Crown, and the K after it means it's a Kentucky Derby points awarded data disk. And that would be, you click on this. You give it a name. We called ours the 2024 pre-play of the Triple Crown. And then you give a 4-digit ID, and I gave R24TC. And you hit reclone. It'll pop up a couple messages about whether or not you want to save the stats. So if you kind of already ran the road to the Triple Crown like we have already in our other series, you make sure that you don't save those stats on the user data disk. So once you get that done, then you would come back and you can view reports, and there's a couple things you can look for. Like here, here's the races, and if you hit, let's see, race results, yeah. Your race results will tell you there's no completed races. No completed races, and there's no stats behind, and you can also tell by doing the top 10, and you'll see that there's no stats for the top 10. So that means you're pretty clear. So let's go ahead and run the schedule. You see both schedules did come across, and if you look at the road to the Crown, you can see it starts with race 1 as if we had never run the 2024 road to the Triple Crown. Of course, that's on the other data disk, and again, you can see that by going to the advanced options of the data disk to take a look. And you see this is our default. That's our road to Kentucky Derby, and I guess we may as well switch this. And let's see here. Here we go. Here's the one that we just created. Just click on it. Do a save. All options are saved, so that'll be now our go-to data disk each time the game started. And just a little quick thing, we've added another option here. I found out that sometimes when you get a large number of horses and races, it does take a little time to display the top 10. So this option here, when checked, will display the top 10 at startup. If it's not checked, it'll be blank and it will not populate it. Okay, we got the option save. So it's now the active data disk and the default data disk. So let's go ahead and pick out the ground zeros. And all of these races are already pre-populated. The only ones that we may want to change is in the Kentucky Oaks there were 2 alternates that I put into the field. So we can do an edit in that. Looks like I took them out because there were 8 that qualified and in both races for a total of 16 they had 2 extras for 18. So it looks like I already took them out, so well, I think we're just good to go. Let's go ahead and lock all 4 of these race fields and we'll take a quick look at them. There you go with the Heat Race 1 for the Kentucky Oaks, Heat Race 2, and as of today, all these horses are scheduled to run. They haven't been scratched yet or anything. Here's the Kentucky Derby and Heat 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these races underway. Let's start out with the Kentucky Oaks Heat Race 1, 3-year-old, 9 furlong. And here's the odds. It looks like it's a fairly close race. We've also added a new feature just recently too, which allows you to give a strategy, and that's a jockey strategy for the horse. You can either run them at ease, or normal, or hard. And essentially what that means is the normal is the way that the jockey would run the horse if the options weren't there. It's just the normal way. If you do the ease, then anytime that you get into the mid-race, ease will not wear down the horse as much as hard will. The jockey will try to get the horse as much out of the horse as possible throughout the race. Now, if we were playing the stable management feature, or we had the stable management feature hooked to the Kentucky Derby, a chance that those horses would tire out quicker and be much harder to get back up to their normal fatigue. And thus, if they would run in like the Preakness, which would be only 2 weeks away, they would not perform quite as well as if you just ran them a normal race or an ease race. So we're gonna play around here a little, and since this is the heat race, we're gonna just have the jockey run easy on this one, and we don't have anybody that's way far out of this one. We'll run one horse hard. Now you're probably not going to be able to see much of a difference in the race because of that, but we'll just put that there so you know that that's available in the newer version of the game. Now we'll also view past performances, and we've added another feature there. Let's see if it works. And as you can see, since this day that the horses have not run any races to lead up to the Kentucky Derby, there's nobody has any races in the past performances. But you might know there's a new heading, TRGS. And TRGS is the TRG speed rating. And each race now will have a speed rating that will show up along with the statistics and give you a little idea on how well the horse ran the race. Not quite like the E ratings for Equibase or the fire ratings for daily racing form, but it's our own set. We have a little algorithm that checks how well the horse performs, and it'll give a rating. 100 would be a race where the horse finished right at the finish line, and then less than 100 probably didn't cross the finish line. Over 100 means he crossed the finish line depending how far out. So anyway, that's a new statistic that we'll start getting try. And we can take a look at that for the final races for both the Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Open. We'll have one race under our belt and see if the new code is functioning well. That's that. When I run them on fast track, we have no reason to believe that the real life race won't be on fast. So we'll go ahead and head to Churchill Downs, get the first heat race underway. And there's all horse at starting gate, run spectator mode. Officials at Stewart's Tower are saying that horses look ready to run, and the starting gate, oh, they're off. An armed pretty woman gets out of the gate first, and we head into the first turn, and we already have auto jockey having a little bit of a problem. The jockey's the 2, but you see if you go through here, he has to jump 2. Let's undo this again, and let's move him inside. And we'll do the slip here. Ends the turn, we'll continue on. Again, I have it set up that all the jockey has 3 or more leftover forward movement points, pops up that message and gives the user the chance to manually maneuver the horse. Okay, we're into the backstretch, clubhouse turn, and Where's My Ring? Looks like it has a little lead on Colonna's Magic. And it passes this finish line. It looks like it'll be Where's My Ring? Where's My Ring wins that race. Second is Ways and Means, third is Colonna, fourth Tappajanetta. You see, Torpedo Andy has the most money wagers on her, but she came in 5th, and she'll be on the cusp of whether or not she makes it to the finals. Let's go back and go ahead and run the second heat race to the Kentucky Oaks. And there you have it, just like there, and we're going to do an ease there, and we have a 99 to 1. We'll run them real hard, see what happens. Okay. We're back at Churchill Downs for the second race on the card. It looks like the 2 Tower is giving us the okay. And they're off, and Regulatory Rich breaks out of the gate first. Wait until we get into the back stretch, see how the lead's developing. Looks like right now it's Power Speed with the lead, couple horses right behind. And in fact, that's into Champagne passes the pack. And you see they're all pretty much bunched together just like the odds that had given us an idea how the race was going to develop. Into Champagne has 3 movement left over, so we'll go ahead and see if we can do a little better. He's 5. 1 jockey point left. 2 sideways. Move him inside and it'll do the slip, see if we can get past horse 6. And oh, we did. I'm sorry. Let's do this again. We'll get this right eventually. Does help to move them inside. There. Now, and with it. I'll end the turn, no points left. Have no jockey points, so the jockey can't force under the whip action in the home stretch. But he's got the lead right now. I should say she's got the lead right now. Yeah, they're pretty well punched up there. Be an interesting finish. Got 4 horses, they'll have a chance. It's like 7. Leslie's Rose. He's gonna win 6, just barely missed. That was power squeeze. Okay, so we got first Leslie's Rose, power squeeze, Terra, and into Champagne. Okay, Candy may or may not make it, the same with Lemon Muffin. Okay, we'll head into the for the official heat race of the Kentucky Derby. Go ahead and schedule run this race. There we have 10 horse field, and there's a few that are favorites. Forever Young, Mystic Man, and Ball. We're gonna hear the Japanese ones a hard race. Everybody else, well, let's get West Saratoga. Hard. Okay. Again, there's no need to view past performances, there are none, and on this day of this, it's a 10 furlong race, so go ahead and get the first heat race for the Kentucky Derby underway. And Resilience breaks out of the gate first. And Forever Young. And turn there, he just went straight. He'll have to figure out a way to get inside later. Okay, that's the starting gate, the front stretch. He left from Santa Mariana for right here. Not sure where I'll be able to do much of anything. Has no jockey points to use. One sideways. Bring him outside and just let him run as far as he can. And that's not bad. Here we are in the back straight. It looks like Dummage has a couple space lead on this, the pack, which is Domestic Bar and Cena. Oh, looks like it's going to be a runaway here for Dummage. It'll be a battle for who who actually makes the cutoff for the pack that's trailing. Okay, it looks like we're in the easy rich for the pace so much. Wins Mystic Dan second, Autumn Marie first, Forever Young, and Fierceness on. They all have only have to see who's going to make the cut there. Okay, we'll run the last heat race of the schedule for week 17. That's April 27th, 2024. Okay, let's see. We have the favorite in lane one, Sierra Leone. There's another horse from the Japanese racing circuit, or Asian. And we'll go ahead and we're not going to do anything. This isn't a well, let's do these 99 to 1s here. Okay, here we have it. We're back in Churchill Downs. 10 for a long race. Horses are in the starting gate. Let's go ahead and check the Seward Tower. They're saying everything's okay. And they're off, and Stronghold down the gate first. And going into the first turn, it looks like it's Sierra Lona. And oh, horse 4, that's just in touch, passes the ball. For 9, Stronghold. Go outside and just run. Oh, let's burn one and go outside. 3, I think, just let them run. Back to spectator mode to finish out the turn. And we're now in the back stretch. And Just a Touch looks like has the slim lead. And looks like Stronghold is just caught up, so they're neck and neck going into the clubhouse turn. And Just a Touch is building up a little bit of lead over the rest of the pack. Heading into the home stretch. And there you have it. Looks like Just a Touch is going to win the second heat race, time 2:03. Carol, look at the amount of money wagered on him, and he came in third, and he should be able to make the cut. And now we move on to week 18. That's 5-3, 2024 for the Kentucky Oaks Finals, and 5-4, 2024 for the Kentucky Derby Finals. Now, of course, there's no horses because they had to qualify via the heat races, so let's go ahead and see if we can get some horses. Now, the nice thing about some new features here is the Kentucky Oaks is linked to the 2 heat races, and these are all the horses up to the left of Grammy heat races. There was 16. Each race had 8 horses, fillies in the field. And we have them ranked here on how well they did in the race. Oh, and looks like we're gonna run the top 10. Now we'll also, once we get the top 10 in the field, that'll be the program set up, and then we'll go back to the schedule and we'll draw post positions. So let's just get our 10 horses. Okay, so we have no problem here with Ortiz, so we need Sheepstone. Well, first have to go to power. And Daniel Centeno will ride him. And the other one is Ways and Means. Hey, Ways and Means gonna see if he can pull pilots in the race. Yeah, Pratt not in the race. We'll have Pratt ride him. Okay, it looks like all the other horses have different jockeys. Let's save the field. And we'll lock it. Well, we won't lock it, but we ought to do post position. There's the original order, and there's after the draw. Save it. Now we can lock it, and then we'll view it, and you can see there's the post position draw for Kentucky Oaks Finals. Do the same thing for the Kentucky Derby. There's 20 horses here because we ran 210 horse 210 horse heat races, so we'll pull in the top 10 again. And 10. Hey, for we're young and one of the Japanese circuit, Theo Password just missed the cutoff there. Let's see. Hey, look, Tyler, domestic product. It's on 2, 3. Let's see if we can find another jockey for him. Yep, here's this. Rating 3. We'll fly him on domestic product. We should have all the horses with different jockeys. Next, now let's get back to the schedule. We'll do the post position draw. And there you have it, Justin Touch will be in post position 1. Favorite. We'll take a quick look. You see there's the new post positions. C.D. Brown has 2. See if there's anybody over here. More than 1. C.C. Brown has 1 here too. Todd Fletcher has 2 here. Okay, so we're all set. Next race up on the chart for week 18 is the Kentucky Oaks Final. Go ahead and get to the betting window. You can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 horses. The favorites, the most favorite is Leslie's Road. Now we do the past performances, see if we get any speed ratings. Yes, and you can see the feet ratings. Here's 112. Power Squeeze had 111 for the Oaks. Okay, so let's go ahead and head to the Churchill Down to run the race. And we're given the OK sewage tower, and they're off. And where's my ring? Out of the gate first, coming up to our on a fast first turn. Again, this is a 9 furlong race. We're running at Churchill Downs on a fast track. Back straight, we have Ways and Means, and 4 others very close, within 1 or 2 spaces. And we just got a new leader in Power Squeeze. Heading into the back turn, we have another leader, Leslie's Rose, and then now it's Power Squeeze again. Where's 8? Now 8's in a little trouble. Does have jockey points. We're just gonna go straight and do a slip maneuver right here. And you see we have a sewage inquiry red flag up. There's an issue somewhere on the track. Whereas my ring moves into second with his maneuvers. Resume the race. We still have Power Squeeze, but looks like it's going to be Power Squeeze with the win. And Power Squeeze is the winner of the Kentucky Oaks, wins $900,000. One place the show was fairly nice, 13.2. And as you can see, Teffa Janella is DQ'd. Let's see what we can find in the notes what happened. It just was disqualified and placed last. She was. So, there you have it. Our running of the free riding on the Kentucky Oaks. Let's go ahead and get to the finals of the Kentucky Derby. $5 million purse. 10 furlong race. And let's take a quick look at the here. You can see their power TRG speed ratings for the race that they won. Looks like Dormach has the best one. He pulled 106. Remember, normally 100 means that they finish right at the finish line. Less they fell in finish, higher they finish past. Okay, so Sierra Leone, first is nose and just a touch. Start the race. You see they're all lined up in the starting gate. Go ahead and get the okay from the sewage tower. Yeah, and they're off. Stronghold down in the gate first, but he's getting passed up by quite a few horses. All of them, actually. That's what happens when you get stuck out top. If you don't have a really good burst of speed to start, you're going to get other horses passing you that don't have to line in the horse too. I don't know if he wants to use up a jockey point yet, but he can't move outside here because he can't move in front. If he goes here, that'll cost him 2 points unless I can start in the turn. But he's stuck here, and we'll just have to see if he can do it. I hate to use a slip for that, so let's go ahead and use a forward to get 2 sideways so we can move outside, and we'll pass them. That's just a touch. And you see it's, well, look at 10, he broke through. And Stronghold takes the lead in the back stretch. I don't know how long he'll hold it. And look at that, we now have 3 horses tied. We now have 3, 5, 6 horses all together going into the back stretch. 10 jumps out with the lead. Let's see if he can hold it in the home stretch. Here's 3. Well, he's going to try to slip with no jockey points. It's real risky for him. Did not work. His consequences, he loses a point. And try again. So let's get do an undo. Go forward sideways, move outside. Oh yeah, hit the right button. Try to slip against him, maybe it'll work a little better. Nope. Try one more time. Made it that time, but no movement left, so he's stuck there. Okay, 10 looks like he still has the lead. He has a pretty substantial lead on Forever Young. Mystic Dan is gonna probably move outside. There's a jockey inquiry that's tripping disastrous for a horse in this high stakes race. Well, it looks like Stronghold's gonna walk away with the win unless there's an issue. There we go, Stronghold first. Nothing looks like anything occurred after Yossi's inquiry on Undermade. There was no foul. So Undermade stayed where he was, which that's the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, seventh. Okay, Sierra Lola must have had a run this time getting through the traffic, and he ended up in ninth place. So Stronghold takes a whopping 3 million home. Even Forever Young takes 1,100,000. Remember, Forever Young is the overseas horse. Okay, so that's it from Churchill Downs. Let's wrap this up by going over to the top 10. And here you go. There's all the horses that ran in Oaks and Derby. Let's sort it by males. See if we have an idea here who's going to be the top horses here. Okay, let's see the females. And there you see the females so far. Okay, well, I think that wraps it up here at TRG Central. This is Gary signing off. Hope you enjoyed the races and have a good evening.